Why are you just sitting there? What's your problem? Are you scared? Everything is magic here. We make it up out of thin air. Nothing's complete, nothing's concrete. Sweet or sour, it's what we make. The question is the answer to most everything. The Wookiee, Han, and Luke would sit back and wait. Come on, it's not too late. Clap your hands, stomp your feet, shake your hips, and repeat. Feel the rhythm and the beat. Stroke your hair, kiss the air.
1, 2, 3. In a galaxy far, far away. 1, 2, 3. In a galaxy far, far away. 1, 2, 3.
Hey now, listen up. There's no need to hesitate. There's no stop and celebrate. Every day's a brand new day. Let's get going. What you say? Nothing's complete, nothing's concrete. Sweet or sour, it's what we make. The question is the answer to most everything. And Padme Leia Ray would sit back and wait. Come on, it's not too late. Clap your hands, stomp your feet, shake your hips, and repeat. Feel the rhythm and the beat. Stroke your hair, kiss the air.
1, 2, 3. In a galaxy far, far away. 1, 2, 3.
Clap your hands, stomp your feet, shake your hips, and repeat. Feel the rhythm and the beat. Stroke your hair, kiss the air. Clap your hands, stomp your feet, shake your hips, and repeat. Feel the rhythm and the beat. Stroke your hair, kiss the air. Clap your hands, stomp your feet, shake your hips, and repeat. Feel the rhythm and the beat. Stroke your hair, kiss the air. Clap your hands, stomp your feet, shake your hips, and repeat. Feel the rhythm and the beat. Stroke your hair, kiss the air. Dare to dream.
I know.
I still love that.
Me too. I like it.
First time I played it for you guys went, what the is that?
I did. I truly did. Like,
It is
what
truly
in
an
the world?
It is truly an earworm. I absolutely love it.
It really is.
I think it was the music video that turned you off more than the song.
Maybe. It was.
The music video has a little bit left to be desired, I think.
Yeah.
I didn't even turn on my lights. I've been so busy assembling photos.
Now, Justin, when did you get home from your trip? Yesterday?
We actually got back on Saturday.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So we had Sunday off and then back to work on Monday.
Got it.
Perfect. Do we want to do? We got the tip of the week. We got Justin's trip. I want to talk about popcorn buckets, and I have an unboxing. Should I save the unboxing for next week, or
No, do it.
we got a lot going on today?
No, do it.
Well, so last week Holly and I were on, and we were talking about, and Panda joined us. May the 4th be with you. And I said I went to the Hallmark store to get a special ornament, and he hadn't arrived yet. I got home, sat down, the phone rang, the ornament's here. So I've been working every day since last Tuesday. I haven't had a day off. I'm in like 10 hours a day every day. So I went to the Hallmark store and picked up the May the 4th Millennium Falcon. I haven't opened it yet.
Cool.
Oh, nice.
What does it say on there? I can't see with my glasses on.
No, are they
25
always the same price every year, or?
No, I'm sure they go up every year.
Okay, but do they completely vary depending on?
Well, yeah,
the
some of them are
chip it
magic,
is?
some of them are just a figure, some of them are
Yeah.
So this one was. I hope my wife's not watching. It's expensive.
Okay,
$59 Canadian. That's pricey. That's getting up there. I hope this thing serves me breakfast.
It should. Do the dishes, something.
It is like really heavy. Like it's like this is gonna make my tree lean on one side if I put it on there.
Hi, Katie.
Wow, this is absolutely gorgeous though.
Oh, wow.
Hang on, let me.
Well, that's why it's $59. It's made out of silver.
You know what? It might be. It is crazy heavy, and it has the round dish, which is nice. But it is like mirror image, like mirror. It's reflective, like it is. It doesn't have the blue in the back.
Is it? And it's really heavy. Like
it's heavy. Like it's heavy.
Could you even hang it on a tree?
Well, that's what I said. My tree's going to tip over if I put it. But it is absolutely gorgeous. This is like one of the most beautiful falcons I've ever owned. Last Justin.
Oh my
He went to go buy one.
He's like, I'm out of here. I had to go get me one of those.
Sorry, I went to go
Yeah,
turn on my
this is
light.
absolutely gorgeous. I love this. Is beautiful. I don't know if I think that's kind of overpriced though. I don't think it's silver. I don't know what made it so expensive.
Yeah, that's pretty expensive.
That is pretty expensive. Nothing written on it.
Is that the most you've spent on the annual one?
No. I have on a single one. Well, the interactive ones are very expensive.
Yeah.
And I bought the 3-pack at Star Wars Celebration, so that one was kind of pricey. I mean, the toppers get pricey too.
So speaking of Star Wars Celebration, is that unusual for them to change the dates?
Well, this is the second time they changed the date because it was originally last year.
Obviously, that one is
Yes, very unusual.
out of the normal.
They haven't ever changed it. Stan's wearing a different hat. Yes, I am. How come our names aren't coming up on the thing?
Oh, we're
I
nobody.
bought a hat today too. How did I wait? To open it. I was busy. How did the inventory go? I wasn't involved in the inventory. I was just getting prepared for inventory. But I went to the store this morning, and they do it at midnight, and they said it was very, very.
How do you get prepared for it?
Well,
Bring everything back you took home, or what?
No, well, working all the stock and getting everything organized, and I did count a little bit of like the dairy and the frozen. Yeah, it's the metal.
Yeah, I've done inventories for I used to work at Office Max, and we did inventories there as well. And yeah, there's a lot of prep work that goes into it of just making sure everything's out where it needs to be. Marking the stuff that you don't need to count.
Yeah,
things like that. I mean,
yeah,
fun stuff.
Mary opens boxes as she brings them into the house. I have like. I've got these.
She has a box
these are
opener
from
on
Amazon for like
the
2
patio.
weeks ago.
Oh my gosh!
These from Amazon like 2 weeks ago. I haven't opened them yet.
We had some packages that arrived the other day, and nobody told me they arrived, and I was so mad. And it had been only like a day or two. Like, what the heck? I could have opened these 2 days ago.
Got a bag full of pops I haven't opened yet. I have a habit of not opening stuff.
That's crazy.
What do we got? We got the we want to do tip of the week, or do we want to do popcorn buckets?
We can do the tip of the week.
Okay, let's do the tip of the week. There we go. I'm set up for it. Where's my? There it is.
I don't know what's going on.
What do we? What is it? Just I can't remember how the music goes. Even it feels like it's been forever. One day longer. Here's the tip of the week.
So this is brought to you by Dream Creators Travel. So if you are going to Disney World with a large group of people or a large family, you can actually put everybody in your Disney experience and have one person purchase the, the memory maker. And then that way, all of your huge group can get all these fantastic photos. So I have never used the memory maker until I just went and met Chris Banis there. And she had it on her pass and we took photos together and she sent them to me when she received them. And I cannot believe I've never used it before because they were so fantastic. I was like, oh my goodness. So going forward, I think it's really important to use the memory maker. Do you guys ever use it when you go?
So there was a trip we took where we were kind of being the VIP tour for my wife's brother and his family, and we did much that same thing. So any one of them could tap in their magic band or whatever for the photos, and it all went into one large group. And so then we got all of the photos when we were done. And so that we have definitely used that. It's a wonderful way of doing it.
I know it's different, but I did it on the Disney cruise because there were 16 of us. So I know I purchased it for our 2 cabins because we had to have 2 because of the 4 kids. And anybody else that happened to be in our photos, we got to keep those as well. So that's a really nice thing, especially if you're going with a big family.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I had it with my annual pass and I purchased it. Depending on the trip, if I'm going by myself, I won't always get it. Or if I'm going with my kids or my wife or something, I might get it. I found it's best not to have it with my wife because she doesn't like getting her picture taken. I'm better off getting it when I go by myself because I'm in front of the castle.
well, and honestly, this last trip, we didn't do so many of the photos just because we had like all the masks and all of that.
Yeah.
And it's just not quite the same.
I've gone where I've been a day where I went to get as many photos as I can. That was my goal for the day. Just to hit every photo pass thing I could hit.
I know. I just didn't realize how good they turned out until I saw the ones that we got.
So this offer is still going.
To the end of the month. So book a 4-night, 4-day park package by the end of this month, and they will give you a $50 Disney gift card just by booking with them. And remember, it's only $200 down. And also join their Facebook page, Busy Moms Planning Disney. It's a really good Facebook page to join.
Yes.
Oh, absolutely. They have some great tips and whatnot on there. It's fantastic.
So if you're going to Disneyland for Star Wars Celebration, book with them now.
There you go.
Because, before everybody else realizes the dates changed. And maybe for the hotels and everything realize. Maybe you can get some better prices.
I got to figure out what I'm doing yet with my room.
No, what you do is you book for when it used to be, because everyone's abandoning those dates now.
Well, we didn't have a booking because it was August, so that was quite a ways away. So we didn't have anything booked yet. I got booked flights now and everything. So
sure,
yeah. So the popcorn buckets. This came out today in Disneyland.
No, they came out for cast members on the preview day. So on grand opening, I thought I was going to get one of these, but they didn't put them out until this past weekend, I believe. So they're $22 and they light up and they are so stinking cute. Love it.
So Holly sent this to me and I'm like, Holly, they've had this before. And you said, I don't think so. No, they haven't. I go, well, I've seen them. Then I got to thinking, well, I spent a lot of time looking at things from international parks. So I'm thinking, I know I've seen this before. So I did a bit of research.
And what did you find out?
This is what I found out. So Hong Kong had it.
Oh.
But if you look at it, so this isn't a mirror image because the C is the right way on the door, but Cinderella is going at this angle. And the Disneyland one, Cinderella is going at this angle.
Okay. Well, that's weird. Okay.
So I
She's
thought that
on the other side.
What's that?
So they drive their carriages on the other side of the road in Hong Kong.
Maybe it looks like it's the same thing. It could, Justin, you might be right. It could be from the other side.
Yeah, we'll see.
But I guess we'll find out. But then Disneyland Paris also had it, but it was a different color altogether. And Cinderella has a different dress.
Yeah.
So I thought,
and
okay.
I was told that they did these before for like Disneyland 60th or maybe, I don't know, something very similar. But I didn't buy Disney stuff back then. And now.
So David said he got it about 5 years ago. So I'm assuming he got it at Disneyland, at Disney World. So I didn't really find a picture for Disney World. So then I checked Tokyo Disney and a different one again.
How funny.
Different dress, different color carriage.
I'm assuming that they all light up as well.
I would imagine. So anyways, I just thought that was interesting. So now the completest now, people in the chat and you guys, or Holly, do you want all of them now? Line them all up on your shelves. You can have races down the stairs.
But the wheels actually really move too. Yeah, my friend got one and she was like wheeling it along her dresser. So
set up Hot Wheel tracks beside each other so they fit the wheels and just send them down the stairs and have them race and stuff.
Do those what are those? A Boy Scout, what are they? What are those? The little race car down the street, set it up, have all the neighborhood kids come over and.
So Mary's saying that Walt Disney World had a blue one. Yeah. So there seems to be a blue one and a kind of a clearish white one.
Steve said they all look the same to him.
Yeah. Yeah. Mary doesn't think that the Walt Disney one lit it. So maybe the blue ones don't light up, only the kind of the clearer ones do. Steve said they all look the same to him.
Oh, Steve. So funny.
So anyways, I like the popcorn buckets. That's something I like to buy. I know people, they mass produce them, not going to be worth anything. Yeah, I know, but I like them.
Yeah, they're cute.
I don't have any room for them. I pile them up there.
You don't have room for anything.
Yeah.
Yes, boxcar racing. Thank you. That's what I was looking for.
Yeah, boxcar racing with Cinderella carriages. In case David's does not light up from Walt Disney World. So, anyways, what else do you guys have going on?
I'm going to Disneyland Friday.
Nice. That's your waltz up?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Mine was about an ornament. Justin, do you have a waltz up?
Nope. My waltz up is I've been on vacation for a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got aliens and all sorts of fun stuff.
Yeah. So
I had a lot of fun posting all of these photos on Facebook throughout the week.
We enjoyed looking at them too.
So you didn't do the whole Route 66. You did parts of Route 66 off and on, or
Route 66 was kind of part of. So what we did basically is a loop. We started in Phoenix, Arizona. We went up to Flagstaff, and then from Flagstaff all the way across to where we turned down. I think it was at Klein's Corners. That was next to Route 66 and
Route 33.
Point we were on Route 66. But most of the time we were on the interstate that's kind of goes next to it and replaced it. So Route 66 was part of our trip. And then we went down to Carlsbad Caverns.
Mm-hmm.
So how was that?
Oh,
because that's something I really want to go see.
See, and that's the whole point of our trip. Honestly, we wanted to go see Carlsbad Caverns. And the problem with going to Carlsbad Caverns is it's so far out of the way from
It is.
everywhere else you want to go. Any other time we're like anywhere near that, we're like, hey, could we make it there? And then we run them miles and
Yeah.
time, and we're like, yeah,
No.
that's a little too far out of the way.
Right.
So we made that the focus of the trip. So we did this. So we flew into Phoenix. So we're going to go to Carlsbad. What can we do along the way? And that's basically what we did. We did this whole loop. So we went up and around. We came down to Carlsbad Caverns, and then we came back over to Phoenix.
So when you were telling us about this trip, I kind of was thinking to myself, well, this sounds boring as heck. And then you started posting these photos, and I thought, man, these photos are amazing. This looks really interesting. I want to know more about this.
And he did all the like super cheesy like tourist stuff. But like that's fun stuff to do. Like it's super cheesy but it's like fun, like stuff you like have to do.
We enjoy the roadside attractions. We really do.
So where was day one?
So we flew into Phoenix, and then day one basically was we went up to Flagstaff, and there's basically like 3 national parks up in that area. There's the Sunset Crater Volcano National Monument. We have Wupatki National Monument, and then we have the Walnut Canyon National Monument.
So this was one of the first photos you posted, and I'm like, okay, so he posted a hole in the ground. what is this?
It's called a spatter cone. So basically, that used to be a volcano. And when the lava bubbled up, created this big bubble, it created that sort of structure. So I have a picture.
So how big is this?
Looks like a pterodactyl nest.
I stand very, very nearly like halfway up this photo. If I stood in front of it, my head wouldn't be to the top of.
Like I'm looking at these rocks and I'm thinking, well, these look like a foot wide. I'm guessing.
It is a pretty big structure.
Okay. So this looked interesting. Is this an old house or building or something up here? And I see windows.
That is part of the Wupatki pueblos. So these are pueblos that are basically living structures that were built way back in the day. And we're talking 1,000 years, 1,000 AD kind of thing.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, so this
was built by the Egyptians.
Yeah, there's a pyramid off to the right, Stan.
So is this
inside that same structure?
So this hole here is this the hole here?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
They don't let you up there, right?
If you go back to the previous photo. Okay.
It's according to your wife, it's 800 years old.
To the left, you can get into there, and that hole is looking out onto the other side.
So there's an IHOP there.
A couple of rooms to get into that interior room, and I looked out onto the other side through that. Basically, what's a window.
Okay, so this one really was amazing.
Yeah,
now I get to see the perspective.
This is the other pueblo, the other living structure. There's some other structures off to the side that you don't see here. This is just kind of an overview of.
No, this was by Flagstaff.
Yeah, this was all up just a little ways north of Flagstaff.
Okay.
So there's nothing here. Was there something there 800 years ago?
Yeah, there were people living there, the Hopi.
Well, I realized that, but was there a river or was there you know what I mean? Were they farming? What were they doing there? Hunting buffalo?
I don't know all of the history. I went and looked at the buildings. I didn't become a scholar overnight.
I don't want to insult them or anything, but it is a little rundown. Now
this was another one. Now this was the Walnut Canyon. Okay, and you can kind of see that these are these little cliff dwellings. And here's the thing. So basically, where you see those lighter bricks, they chipped out. They chipped out areas from the cliff, used a lot of that material then to build walls, and they built like this whole community of structures. You can walk along those. One of the trails we took, we went down, 300 and some feet. I have a screenshot. I have a screenshot from my iPhone that day. It says I went up and down 45 floors doing this.
Holy jeez. So did people like live in these cliffs things?
Yes.
Or?
Yes, those were their houses. Those were their food stores. Those were everything. Their entire community was living in these little chunks carved out of the.
And is this sheer down? Like.
So you can kind of see it here a little bit. Some of the other areas you can see it a little more clearly. But
wait, but where are you standing to take this? You're up?
I'm on a different cliff.
Okay.
I'm on a different cliff, but you can kind of see it's like it's sort of parallel. There's kind of like these cliffs that you can kind of walk along.
Okay.
And I'm assuming that was probably for protection.
Those sort of natural cliffs dug back further, built these walls, and lived there.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I think these people had a very strong fear of rattlesnakes, and that's why they lived there.
And I hate climbing up.
The one trail we went on is called the Island Trail, and you can go down and you can walk all along one of these cliffs.
I think I have a photo of that coming up. So this is day 2 now.
Yeah, so this is day 2. So we got into, this is the petrified forest. And so that is a giant log of petrified wood.
That is so cool.
This one, you can see it's formed crystals inside of it.
Yeah, I've never seen that before.
The trail is called the Crystal Forest because there's a lot of these that have these crystals that have formed inside there.
That is so cool. That is, I saw you posting this photo, and I thought that is something to see. Mm-hmm. That is really neat. And then you went to Tatooine.
So this is actually still part of the it's one big national park, but it's kind of in 2 areas. You have the petrified forest, and then you have what's called the painted desert. And so these they call these the blue mesas. And so
is that where water used to be?
So yeah, it's basically how basically the way the rocks.
So the drought is real.
So when you go to like the Grand Canyon, you see like there's all these different layers and stratas. It's the same kind of thing. It's just different colors.
Okay. And is this a bantha down here?
I assume.
Or is that a blurg?
I think it's a blurg.
I think it's a blurg. Yeah. What is Jeff saying? We stopped by the petrified forest back in the early 2000s during a cross-country drive. That would be so cool to see. I thought that was really. This is beautiful. This is so cool. Whoops, went too far. So they did their paintings upside down. I see.
I think he has a cactus on his head.
This is we're now to Albuquerque, and this is the petroglyphs. The petroglyph. One of the. See if I can look it up here quick here.
Don't worry, Monica will comment in the chat. She'll tell us.
Yeah. So there were a lot of different interesting petroglyphs. So we walk along the one trail, and there's like hundreds of these.
So how are they created? Are they carved into the like? It's not painted on. It's like.
I thought it was painted.
I think it is kind of painted on. It's been there for so long. I'm not a historian. I'm just a tourist.
Yeah. But I'm thinking like I want to use that paint on my house because like crap, I paint my house every like 4 or 5 years. Like, how old is this? 800 years old? Still holding up pretty good.
True. Yeah.
Jeff wants to know if that's a drawing of me. I think the other one was because the guy's wearing a baseball hat.
I think he had a cactus on his head.
He had a baseball hat on.
See,
one right here.
I looked at that and I'm like, I am not even sure what that is.
Yeah.
Some of these I think are intended to represent like
We had a tour guide with
creatures
us,
and such.
and it was really cool because he was able to explain what they all were and what they all meant. And most of it, I would have never guessed like what the drawings were.
Okay, yeah. So this is what I figured: outer
Dark layer.
scraped away to show the lighter
Dark.
underneath. That's what I kind of figured. Well, the dark layers.
Kind of
Okay, that makes sense.
away, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I kind of figured, that they were scraped as opposed to some kind of magical paint. The first drawing is Stan. The other one is Olaf. I think this one here is actually a guy getting shot in the head with an arrow.
Yeah.
It does kind of look like that. That was one of the reasons I
That's his gravestone.
one.
Yeah, this was like the Sunday Funnies back in the day. And so then you went on to day 3.
This is inside the cavern. Pitch black.
So yeah, so
Okay,
this
so
was. I guess I
this
should have put day 2, day 3 on those blank ones.
Yeah.
So that you hit Route 66, day 3. Is that right?
Well, see, now starting in Flagstaff, we're technically following along Route 66. So as we go along, so this was from. We posted this on day 3, but this was part of days 1 through 3.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Because from Flagstaff all the way to Albuquerque, and even across to Klein's Corners, following that is all kind of following along Route 66.
Gotcha. Mary says the sign. You know what? This really is a cool sign, and I think Jeremy Goff needs to make it because that is. He should make a Route 66 sign and sell it. I think people would like that because it is kind of iconic.
Yeah, so Route 66. So in Flagstaff, we kind of started being on that, and we were on that for a ways. This is in Winslow, Arizona. So of course, the Eagles take it easy, standing on the corner in Winslow, Arizona.
Yeah, and I couldn't look at this photo without the song playing in my head.
And there's how's it go? A girl in a flatbed truck checking me out or something like that. Yeah. There she is.
Mm-hmm.
There's even a real flatbed Ford parked.
Yeah, flatbed Ford
in front of me there. So you can kind of see the whole mural there.
Yeah, it's cute.
That is so cool.
Just outside of Albuquerque, we don't have pictures of this, of course, but there's also a bit of the musical highway, a bit of Route 66 outside of Albuquerque, just to the east. You get on Route 66, and those rumble strips that annoy you when you come up to.
Yes.
Yep. They tuned that. They
way.
put a bunch of those in and tuned them. So it plays, I think it's America the Beautiful, as you go along at like 45 miles per hour.
That's really cool.
Oh, that is so cool.
It was like National Geographic did this or whatever for one of their shows. And no one offered to maintain it. So they've done some repaving and such. And so now they've taken down all the signs and whatnot. But we got there and we were able to do that. And you could hear the music. You could make out the tune.
That's pretty cool.
Flatbed Ford slowing down to take a look at me. Fine sight to see. Jeff wants to know if you went to Winslow, Arizona. Yeah, Jeff, he did. See, there's a sign right here.
No, but did you do midpoint at Adrian, Texas?
See, we did not get into Texas.
There we go. That's it. There's a girl, my lord, in a flatbed Ford. There you go. Steve got it. Slowing down to take a look at me. There, that's the line. I kind of was doing some after I saw you do this. I searched Winslow, Arizona, standing on the corner, and there's tons of YouTube videos of guys standing there playing their guitar, singing. And I'm better than any of them. I can't sing or play guitar. So if you want to hear some really bad singers, that's go on YouTube and search that.
I'll get right on it.
So this was the inspiration for the Cozy Cone.
It's the Wigwam Hotel. And
actually it's like a working hotel, and you really see in those.
Hotel. Yeah, that's one of the rooms that you're looking at right there. That's
How
one of the
cute.
rooms you would stay in.
What does it hold? Like one child? It's it looks so tiny. Is there even a restroom in there? I wonder.
And it's right on the side of the highway. It looks like here's
Yeah.
That's the road.
You got your own
coming-
high
no,
telephone
that's actually
pole.
that's technically Route 66 is the road that you're looking
Wow.
at there.
Yeah. Someone
Coming
had
into town.
too much to drink or swerving for a dog, and you go right in your little teepee
Got a
there.
telephone pole to save you. As cars go by, the rocks hit the side of it.
Yeah, that particular one is like right next to the road.
Oh, there's Mater.
Yeah, and it even has a sign there on the door saying it's could be Mater's grandpappy.
That's funny.
Mary says she is not staying there.
Right?
You
Well,
have
that
to,
one is
though.
a little larger. Maybe that one.
But like I say,
probably-
that one was that's part of the inspiration for the Cozy Cone Motel that you see in Cars.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
For sure. Now, was this Mater here there when the Pixar people came here to invest to look, or did they put this after? Do you think? I mean, obviously
based
the
on the
sign wasn't on
sign,
the
I'm going to
door.
guess after, but you know,
Yeah, I'm going to say after as well.
Yeah, I got a feeling that this might have been
Um,
here,
no, if
or maybe not here, but they saw
Yeah.
it, a tow truck there.
we
That was
took
all.
some other photos as well, but all throughout the parking lot, they have a bunch of old cars parked there
Mm.
as well.
So maybe they just painted it.
Mary said that does not look like a deluxe.
Yeah.
Well, how, did you buy? You probably didn't, but how much does it cost to stay there?
I have
You
no
probably didn't
idea.
look into it.
What is it called?
It's the Wigwam Hotel.
I was
I'm
going to say
gonna
the
look it
Cozy
over.
Cone Motel.
I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah. And is this looks like almost like a petrified
It
wood
is.
here.
It is. It's petrified rocks. Yep.
Yeah.
It's from 1918.
So this is the
Great.
stuff that I love.
So same town. So it's the Rainbow Rock Shop, and they have a bunch of these dinosaur statues there. So we had to take some photos of that as well, since we're there, right? You know.
So I'm wondering if this was the inspiration for Dinoland, USA and Animal Kingdom. This kind of area with
This sort of thing is an inspiration for that. It's just the inspiration for Dinoland, as I understand it, is a lot of these sort of cheesy roadside attractions, and
Yeah.
there are a lot of them scattered throughout the country that are dinosaur themed.
Mary is saying it was a dry heat, right?
Ugh, the worst kind.
You know, up in like Flagstaff, we're talking like 70s, 80s, not too bad. It wasn't until we got back to Phoenix for the last couple of days where we were 9,800 degrees.
Yeah.
I don't
You
even
need to put an A and
see-
W at Dinoland.
Oh my gosh, you can't even book it online.
Oh, really? You have to go there?
No, you have to call. But it says it does feature a full bathroom with showers and air conditioning. So prices are 2 double beds are $86 and 1 queen bed is $79.
Oh, how can you not stay there? You have to stay there.
That's so funny though. You have to actually call the motel office to book a room.
Wow. Jeff is
That's
saying when
so
we saw Pixar Cars, we really liked it because it reminded us so much of the Route 66 cross.
Oh yeah, I bet. That's cute.
Yeah. People always say, "Oh, it's not that hot." Yeah,
Yeah, it is.
I did mention A and W in the background. You probably posted that right before I said it, though. Mary's still not staying there, even for $86. She's not doing it. It should be $66 is what it should be. So
It
what is
was last
you
year.
mentioned Clint's Corners earlier? What is the significance of this?
So to some extent, so on our trip, this represents kind of the end of our Route 66 portion of the trip, because
Okay.
after that we turn south. This has been a fixture on Route 66 since like 1934.
Oh wow! So this isn't in the Cars show at all or anything like that.
I don't think it's
And you can buy
represented in
fireworks
Cars
there, too.
specifically.
I was going to say Justin brought home a bunch of fireworks to North Dakota. I'm
It's
sure.
on the plane.
So like this one, and
Carry on.
there's a bunch of different like outposts and stuff that we stopped at. And some of these are like cheesy tourist attractions and whatnot. But that's where you can sell fireworks. The thing is you have to sell them year round.
Okay.
So we walked into these, and they had like just all of these huge
So fun.
fireworks
Love it.
displays of and some of these like big, huge things that'll shoot off a million of these fireworks all at once, and it's like, oh my god.
That is cool.
And I'm like,
they could.
I'm looking around going, we're in a desert. No one should even have access to these, much less be throwing them at the
There's nothing
grocery store.
there though.
So where are we on now? Day 4? Roswell. This is the fun part right here.
Aliens.
Yeah, Mary says you got to stop at the cheesy tourist attractions. 115
New Mexico.
in Arizona one day felt like 85 in Maryland because Maryland usually gets 95 and 95% humidity. Well, that's just it. We have cold here, but it's a dry cold.
Stop.
This is a cool sign. I love this.
Yeah, this is the Welcome to Roswell sign. So as you're coming into town,
And is that cow getting sucked up into the up in the ship? It is,
right
huh?
here?
Yeah. Is it getting sucked up in there?
I thought it was a guy doing push-ups. I don't know what they put more protection around the sign than they do the teepees.
Yeah, I know, where people are sleeping.
The whole town kind of leans into the alien motif, and of course we saw the International UFO Museum. So yeah,
That's funny.
This is
that throughout the whole city? Is it like that? The lampposts, or just not like on the main street?
At least on the one street that I was taking pictures of.
That's funny.
But yeah, all along that street at least. And that of course that's the same street that the UFO museum is on, and the alien shop, as it were, that I took these photos in.
So I always thought you had to lie down for the anal probes. Apparently you sit down and it just comes up.
So okay. So there's it's one of these little, again, hole in the wall shops. You can go,
judging from that face,
you pay $5 each to go into this little section where you can take photos in all these little vignettes that they have set up. And so
it's how much? $5?
It was like $5 a person to go in and take
cool.
your own photos with your own camera. But
yeah.
Oh, the lamppost. Yes, you took a couple of photos here.
Where's his pants?
He has a shirt on.
Oh, he's not a duck. Oh,
And
so funny.
That ruined the live. I like there's a hand here of another one.
Yeah, there's another one sitting over there. There's a whole other couch sitting off to the side, but
oh my gosh.
This is just in front of one of the stores.
And here's your Disney connection.
I know, I was just gonna say
A bootleg flick in the window. Twins, David says. That last photo with you sitting on the couch. Is Roadrunner a big thing too, and Coyote and Roadrunner out there?
Well, I mean, Roadrunner. There are Roadrunners kind of in that area, and so I think that's really the only connection.
Okay.
I didn't see a lot of representation of Coyote and Roadrunner beyond this, but
okay,
we did see. At one point, we drove past like one of these roadside giant statues that was of a Roadrunner.
Jeff is saying that the best fudge comes from Uranus.
We didn't even need George's help on this episode.
That is cool. Dunkin' Donuts.
That is so funny. It looks like a pair of panties on his face, not a mask.
Bikini. I like how his rear end is kind of sticking out of the mountain here.
Oh my goodness.
So,
like I say, they kind of lean into the whole alien thing.
Yeah. I mean, they should. Might as well.
And this alien's been pumping some Dunkin' Donuts signs or something because
Yeah.
he's got the
He's
arms.
built.
He's looking good. And even the McDonald's has Space Mountain attached to it.
Yeah, that's funny. And look at the little aliens right out front meeting you at the front door.
Yeah, you see
Oh, I
the-
didn't even see that. Oh, yeah.
Yep.
That is cool. It looks like such a fun place to visit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there, so we were taking these photos, and you can kind of see the clouds are getting a little dark there in the background, and we were like, it's time to get out of Dodge because we could see on the radar that something was coming. So as we were driving from here, so we were going from here, we're going to Carlsbad next, and on the way, I mean, there was this huge dust storm. I mean,
man.
Like we were in the middle of Twister, we've got debris kind of level of dust storm coming at us. So we kind of just barely got through that and got it kind of ahead of like the real bad part of the storm. But yeah, we had to kind of get out of town pretty quickly after this photo.
Did you go to any restaurants and did they have any special menu items like alien eggs or anything like that?
We went to a restaurant there called the Cowboy Cafe.
Okay.
And so this was actually like, Wild West cowboy themed.
They had beans and wieners or something like that.
We actually had a green chili cheeseburger because green chilies are very, very, very popular down there.
Oh, okay.
Southwest.
So now we're into, I'm not sure what day, but we're at the caverns. I think Mary said earlier she likes the caverns.
Yeah,
Carlsbad.
And again, this is part of the reason we went on this trip in the first place. It's a place we've wanted to go for so long. Yeah, green chilies everywhere.
Jeff was saying he didn't make it up that the best fudge comes from his Uranus.
Mary, have you been to the caverns before?
So another national park. So there's just the decline you were referring to earlier.
So you have two options to go down to the bottom.
Ride a donkey
to get into the big room where kind of the main thing is. You can take this way, which is the natural entrance,
or the monorail.
You walk down these kind of sloping switchbacks like this, all the way down. It's 750 feet down. That's for to put it in perspective, that's about how tall the Empire State Building is. So it's a ways down.
That's a lot of walking. Switchbacks.
So
that's crazy.
Takes, a little over an hour. Took us a little over an hour to go down this way. But
just climb over this wall. Climb over this wall all the way down.
As you're walking down, you're in the cave most of the time, and you see so much doing that you do not get to see if you take the elevator and just go into the big room. So if you can make that walk, you should totally make that walk.
Oh, wait, I missed. I was reading what Mary said. So you can do that way, or you can take an elevator?
You can take an elevator down.
Oh, I don't like that option.
The elevator?
Yeah.
Well, see, they have an elevator in part because you can do like what we did. You walk down, you take the elevator back up.
Okay. Was the elevator scary?
Walk down, elevator up. Because walking up would be, oh my gosh. After
was it scary? Was the elevator like creepy or no?
No.
Okay.
Glass windows.
An hour. That's a long walk. An hour to get down there. Okay.
Yeah. So
and this is how many people died at this point.
Walk around the big room,
exhaustion.
That's mile 5.
So this is inside the cave, I'm guessing.
Yeah, so I posted a couple of pictures. I took a lot of pictures, but I only posted a couple of them. Because every day when I was doing this, I was trying to keep it to like 10 photos or fewer per day. Just
so
keep it
how
short.
tall is this? Is this like
taller than me? I don't know. I mean, I took a lot of these pictures from a distance.
Okay.
So
what did it smell like?
Like a cavern?
I mean, did it have like a? I don't know, like an interesting smell, or just I don't. It just seems like it would smell
Colors
like
themselves just kind of like, I guess they kind of have their own smell. I mean, it's a
yeah,
little, you can kind of smell some of the dirt. I mean, most of this
yeah.
is limestone, which doesn't have.
There we go. Yeah, so maybe about 40 feet tall. That's what I'm kind of was guessing. It would be pretty tall.
Yeah,
It
like I said, I mean, so many of
smells like
these I was
brick
taking
rock.
taking the pictures from a distance that I couldn't tell you exactly. I couldn't tell you
Wow.
exactly how far away they were, much less how tall they were.
Yeah. So this reminds me of Journey to the Center of the Earth. That movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you can see a lot of the stalactites kind of hanging down, and
Yeah.
and the really thin ones are called soda straws, which is they're basically about one drop of water. But yeah, caverns don't smell bad. They're not like super musty or anything like that. They're
Sorry, I missed it. I froze up. So those soda straws are about one drop of water thick. Is that what you're going to say?
yeah,
Cool.
basically. So they come down.
Wow.
And they just
and then the stalactites that form around them that are wider. Basically, they generally tend to start as a soda straw, which is like that really thin one.
that's
And
why
we
there's
get
no water in
kind of
Arizona.
ahead to Karchner Caverns, which is another cave that we visited later on. They have one that's like 21 feet long, which is like the longest one they've ever found. So this is white sands. So that's
Yeah.
gypsum sand.
That's crazy.
And you can sled down them. You can go up there and you can sled down on these.
It looks really soft, like really powdery.
It is really powdery. It's unlike sand, it doesn't get like really warm. It's like cool to the touch.
Oh,
wow.
wow. That's
There's
interesting.
a cavern not far from me that has a cool structure that looks like a Capitol in DC, and also eggs and bacon.
Yeah, eggs. So
What?
eggs and bacon are two different structures that you find in caves. So bacon is like you
From
get
pork.
these sort of ribbon structures, and basically because of different changes over the time, you get different colors kind of going down. So you get like this striped ribbon effect, and it
Wow.
looks like bacon, and so they call it bacon.
Okay.
Eggs are basically stalagmites that break off, and they get some different formations. So again, you get kind of some different colors and such. So there's
Never heard that term before for that.
That is cool. Jeff was asking if there's a lot of bats in there. Did you see any bats at all?
We didn't really see a lot of bats. Like you could have hung around sorry. We went to so many of these. So at Karchner it was, they close off a whole section of their cave to visitors for several months because the bats are in there.
Oh, okay. Cool.
So they just kind of leave them alone, and they'll do tours in the other area. And then when the bats are gone, they'll do tours of that area instead. So you have to go like two different times throughout the year if you want to see all of the cave.
So
And
what do you
they have a thing where you can, if you wait around at the right time of year, you can wait around, and I think at dusk, basically, you can watch the bats come out of the cave.
that'd be
Oh.
cool.
Yeah.
That'd be cool to see. What are you riding on here? Pizza box or?
It's actually just a little red round sled.
So do they have them there for you to use, or did you find it, or what? How did you?
You can bring your own. Of course, we were flying in, so that wasn't practical. So they have at their gift shop, you can buy one.
Okay.
So if you you can buy a new sled. It's $20, or you can buy a used one for $16. And in either case, once you're done with it, you can sell it back to them for $4.
That's so funny.
Like they should have better sleds than that. Then, if that's the case, like
So
if you're going to bring it home with you on the plane, get a real sled or a crazy carpet or something. Like,
well, the round ones work best.
Like the saucer.
And it's also better to wax them. So they will sell you a thing of wax as well.
Oh my
You wax the
gosh.
bottom.
Griswold. My goodness.
Because I mean it does otherwise, no. So I went up and down this a few times, and boy was I tired after about the third or fourth time
Yeah.
walking up here. Yeah. Carlsbad has
That's so funny.
There he's saying he packed his sled, of course. So if you're going, bring your toboggan, save $20.
You wax the sled, right? You slide down, all the wax is gone.
Yeah.
It's taken off. So you try to go down again. If you don't re-wax it, you end up just kind of stuck there scooping up sand, and you don't get down very far. So you have to
go buy more wax.
Yeah. And how much is the wax?
It was a couple of dollars for like the big cube of wax. So basically what we did as we were leaving, we found a family who had got there late enough that the gift shop was closed. So we gave them the sled and the wax that we had bought.
That's nice.
So they could use it.
Passing on the magic there. Why didn't they just rent them like Mary says?
Yeah.
And can you rent a snowboard or skis? Was that available?
They don't have those there. I saw at least one person was trying to use a snowboard.
Oh, that's funny. What they need is a lift to get you back up, and then they can charge you to ride the lift.
Yeah.
The problem is, I mean,
we really should.
Have you ever been in like a science museum? Like we've been in the one in Minnesota, and they have these displays where you can change the way the wind goes and see how the sand dunes reform.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
That's going to happen here. You're not going to have the same dunes
year after year.
The next.
Yeah.
I mean, they're going to shift and move, so you can't really set up anything permanent.
You need to have like a truck with, I don't know. There's got to be a better way. So was there? Oh yeah. So then that next day.
Yeah. So that's Kartchner Caverns. So that's that was fairly recently discovered. It was like 1970 something. These couple of cavers. What they were doing for fun is they would like go look in holes and see if they could see a cave, and they found one. And so they went to like the historians and not the historian, but they went to the government and got them to put together this whole basically a state park and preserve it. And the state eventually like bought the land, and they give tours, but you can't take pictures inside because they ban cell phones and cameras from even going inside.
Wow.
Oh.
Wonder why.
Mostly because of it's annoying to other people, and and they are very serious about preserving it
and the flashes and stuff.
Yeah,
I guess you don't get much of flash photography. Is that Crystal Cave in Pennsylvania?
No, it's Kartchner Caves in.
So then, this was one of my favorite ones of your entire trip. Aliens versus Dinosaurs exhibit.
Attractions. And it's called The Thing? ? Let's see here.
Oh, I didn't get the picture of the building with the thing. There it is.
The Thing. So basically, the Thing itself is just an old school, probably faked mummy of like a mother and a baby.
Probably.
Who cares? So instead they built this whole thing around it of an aliens versus dinosaurs and put together. So they have like the little structures like this. They have like this whole weird story that they've concocted of two alien species manipulating events on Earth. And it's just super silly.
So you were kind of telling me the story about, like, I asked you who won between the aliens and the dinosaurs because it was aliens versus dinosaurs.
And basically, part of the story is that the aliens came down, and you can see like the dinosaur here has like some cybernetics on its head. So the aliens came in and they kind of conquered the dinosaurs enough to put these things on them to control them. But the dinosaurs eventually broke free and chased the aliens off.
But there are no dinosaurs anymore, and there's still aliens, right? So I guess.
So then the aliens came back later and to manipulate humans instead.
Okay, yeah.
So here's the
That's funny.
aliens.
I've never
setting
seen aliens that look like that before. Like those noses.
They have kind of like a pig nose, dinosaur. That's a cool dinosaur.
Yeah, it is. It's huge.
So I think that was oh no, we got the next day. So this is more towards Arizona.
Saguaro, Saguaro
Phoenix,
National Park. And a saguaro, of course, is like these big cactuses in the background that you see with the arms. So the ones you usually see with the arms up like that.
Yeah.
Those are saguaros. So it's basically a lot of cacti. There's one. What was interesting this time for us is we got to see a lot of these with the flowers on them.
Yeah.
And I'd never seen that before.
I don't think I have either.
See, this one looks like it's bending over to look at you, and these are its eyes. This is its neck, and these are its eyes.
Yeah, I took a picture of that one just because it looked interesting because of the way it was all twisted around.
Had the tail.
Yeah, this would be Colossal Cave, I believe. So that one's not as developed as the others. This is one of these that was discovered back in like.
But it looks huge.
And so people have gone in and really vandalized it a lot over the years. It's what's called a dry cave, so it's dormant. It's not really growing anymore.
Mm-hmm.
There are bats in there. There was some other creatures that look a little bit like, sort of like red pandas. I forget what they were called, croties or something like that. So there's different animals that live in the caves. There's a whole story about some bandits that were hiding out there after stealing some gold, and they got caught. But the one guy supposedly went back to hide the gold that he had stolen, and then got sent to jail, and no one's found the gold. So theoretically,
the gold's still in there.
Yeah.
So theoretically, there's
chipping away at these ice pieces here. So this is the final day now, I think.
This is back to Phoenix now. So this is at the Desert Botanical Gardens. So you can kind of walk around. It's another one, kind of like the Saguaro National Park, except it's a little more controlled.
Monica says, remember to change your sunglasses. It's a bit darker than it should be if you keep your sunglasses on. So here was one of those flowering cacti you were talking about. That looks so prickly.
That was something that was really interesting to me to see.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen that either.
Yeah. And some more. Very beautiful. So is there, what type of animals would pollinate? Like, I'm guessing there's no bees.
Oh, there are bees.
Are there bees?
Yeah,
there's bees. I think butterflies.
Butterflies.
Hummingbirds. I mean, various birds and such. Yeah.
Okay. Then you went to the Incredibles mansion.
So this is Taliesin West. This is one of Frank Lloyd Wright's houses, and where he basically taught other people to do what he did.
It's a very cool mod design.
Yeah.
So this is like a main living area.
Is it underground? Is it partly underground, like, or in a cave? Like on this, it kind of looks like
they built this in a way he wanted it to look like it was something coming up out of the ground. So basically, these walls they're made of rocks and concrete.
Okay.
Okay.
Basically, cement and rocks to form those walls.
This is like a bearded lizard, I'm guessing.
I think it's technically a desert spiny lizard, is when I looked it up.
As long as there's no rattlesnakes.
Just one of them we found. Yeah.
my big fear.
Me too.
I thought he looked a little like a chameleon. So this was like the Musical Instruments Museum. And this was a fascinating museum. This was they have all of these displays of musical instruments from all around the world, and I mean all
okay.
over the world. And you can kind of see that I am wearing headphones here.
Yeah.
They have all throughout TV screens set up for each of these different displays. And as you walk up to one of these TV screens, the thing you're wearing hooked up to your headphones will tune into that. And so you can hear either music that's being played on these instruments or of the style of instrument or or from that part of the world.
Did you actually get to hit that?
This was a specific area where you could hit that, yes.
Okay.
This was a specific area where you could play the various instruments that they made available. So there were things like this. There were like bells. There were guitars. There were banjos.
Big drum.
There were xylophones.
I thought you were wearing those headphones because of all the noise in there.
It was really interesting. So they even had a section where it was specifically, yeah. Monica and I both played a theremin. They had a theremin there. You could play
I thought you got to play a thermos.
But they had one room that was specifically dedicated to a specific artist, so you could see things like the guitar and things that Johnny Cash wore, or outfits that Elvis Presley wore, and
Cool.
Very neat. And I believe that's the end of our tour.
well, that's good because we're about 5 minutes late.
Well, that's okay. We don't have a panda breathing down our neck today.
Oh,
So-
okay.
We're not in a big.
True, because he was doing his show last night, wasn't he?
Yeah. Today's Wednesday.
Right,
So
this
we
is
don't-
Wednesday.
we
I
don't
forgot
have-
about that.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, we got to get done. I'm too used to that.
I know. I was thinking the same thing. I go, hey, wait a minute here. We got all the time. So that was really cool, and it got me thinking of something. So I want to ask. We lost most of our people, but the people that are still here, thank you. I have a question. If you were you're in a severe accident, and they tell you, okay, we could save you, but we can only save your brain. But what we're going to do is we're going to take your brain and put it into an alien body. So pick your alien body. So out of all the aliens in the history of television and movies, which alien do you want your brain to be put into? That's my question for today.
Are you on drugs?
It's the hat. I'm blaming the
That's
hat.
the hat. I'm gonna.
Yes, no, I'm Mary. I appreciate you. I appreciate you still being here. So people in the chat and you guys, which alien do you want you to become? Stan, has this already happened to you? Is this how you thought of the question?
I can't think of.
I'm think the first thing that came to my mind was what was that movie with the alien that go ow, 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 ow. Those guys. Remember they had the birds.
Sesame Street.
No. Oh, that would be good. Yes. The yips.
Wait, so what? What movie
That's
they
my
brought
question
in?
too.
What?
What's that movie with the aliens, and they come to Earth, and everybody thinks they're all happy because they're gonna be peaceful, but they're not. I know that's all of them, but and they released the dogs. The first thing they do is start shooting everybody.
Are you thinking of Mars Attacks?
Yes, Mars Attacks.
Oh.
That's the first. They had the dome heads. Like, I mean, all the aliens have dome heads. But anyways, that was the first one I thought. No one in the chat's answering.
Mary just sent me a personal text message. Steve wants to know what's going on at my house. There's a dog barking across the street every single day at this time. They take him out front and take the water hose and let it play in the water hose, and it barks. So that's what that noise is that Steve is hearing. He said it sounds like an air gun. And yeah, they bring the dog out and let him play in the hose in the front yard, and he barks at the water. So that's what that horrible noise is.
Mary is saying ETC. That's a good one.
Oh gosh, ET is horrible.
No, but
Oh
ET's cute though.
no, he's so disgusting.
And
He's so creepy.
he's a quick learner. He learned how to talk.
I know the little pug from Men in Black. Like that one's cute.
The little pug from Men in Black.
Yeah,
Okay.
that one's a cute one.
Okay. Oh, the aliens from Toy Story.
Yeah,
There you go.
that was a weird question, Sam.
I guess we've been on too long.
Yeah, we lost it.
It's time
I
to
think
call
we
it a
broke
night.
Stan somewhere along the way.
Yeah,
I think it was the
Well,
geek in
I was
Phoenix
just thinking
that
of
broke
cheesy
him.
attractions and aliens and everything like that. There you go. Google aliens and click on images. That's what you guys got to do to get your ideas.
oh my gosh, that's funny.
So, anyways,
That blue thing from Pandora comes up, she says.
the Navi.
The Navi from Avatar, you mean?
Yes, the Navi. That's a good one.
There's so many.
Well, there's a ton of them. That's why I thought it would be
Yeah.
interesting to see.
I'm just trying to think of one that's the longest living. That's
Well, Chewbacca or Yoda.
Yoda.
They're
That would be a good
aliens?
one.
I
Well,
wouldn't say
Yoda's
they're
not
aliens.
he's not a human, Yoda. Or how about Doctor Who?
Yoda's species. That's a good one because they live a long time.
How about Doctor Who? He can regenerate.
Yeah, I guess he is technically. Yeah, and then I can get a TARDIS. So
Yeah,
I'm good with that.
that'd be a good one.
I'll be a Time Lord. That works.
So, anyways, this offer is starting to wind down. We only got what's today? The 12th. Oh, we got
This is the 12th.
half a month yet. Busy Mama's promotion for passengers of the Grand Circle Tour. You have to mention Grand Circle Tour when you book it. Book a 4-night, 4-day park ticket package by May 31st. Receive a $50 gift card for your vacation. You must book by May 31st and check in by September 15th. So
And they're
much-
still doing that 25% off through September
Yes.
too for Disney World hotels.
Yeah, so don't forget that. That's a good one. Mary's asking if Elf is still alive.
Oh, Alf.
Gordon.
Yes, that is a good one, Mary. Alf is cool. And he eats cats.
That's old. That's an old school one.
Gordon
old school.
Shemway.
That one's a good one.
That's a good one for sure. Mary, you can tell Mary's Googling aliens now.
Yeah, for sure.
She's coming up with all the good ones. Alrighty, what's happening on Grand Circle Tour?
Didn't you just do it? Wasn't it you recording?
No.
I don't know. I know it was the boys. Was it
Okay.
maybe it was Dan, George,
That was a
and
backup.
Jay?
Right.
Oh, okay, yeah, because it was Mother's Day, so I have no idea what
We
their
were
topic
talking
was.
about. I was.
Oh, was
on-
it you? Oh, okay.
We're talking about things that we will never do again at Walt
Yes,
Disney World.
Oh, that's a
that
good
was
one.
it. Things we'll never do again. What will you never? I'm never going to eat a turkey leg again. I'll tell you that much.
Oh yeah,
That's
it,
a one
never.
and done.
So that one was a lot of fun. I recommend tuning in for that one.
And then this next week, well, I think we're doing the Disney Confessions. So
Okay.
Steve
Then
says
the week after that, I have to come up.
they're
with
Googling aliens.
what would be your one and done? I guess Star Tours for me because I almost got sick on it. Are you going to do Flight of Passage again, Holly?
Never.
Never again.
Never. Mm-mm. So that one's definitely
So
one and done.
there's your one and done.
Yep.
Never going to do Great Movie Ride again.
Oh, stop! But it wasn't a one and done. It's just
No,
done.
I know. That's one I'm never going to do
Done,
again.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Mary's never doing Tony's again.
You can't say that, Mary, because they might completely redo it and redo the menu and
Be the hottest place in the
Mhm.
world of Disney.
Yep.
Alrighty, guys. We'll see you next Tuesday. Oh, we have a special guest next Tuesday. You don't want to miss it.
Oh, awesome.
from UK. You thought the last Muppet Builder we had was amazing. Just wait till you see this guy.
I can't imagine anybody outdoing our last one, but you say so.
Yeah, Carl
Hey,
Chad
Carl
was incredible.
was
This guy, and he's a little bit loony. I'm kind of nervous having him on because I think he's a little bit out there. This guy, he's a character and a half. You thought my question about aliens was weird. Just wait till you see this guy. I don't know him personally, but we'll have to see. But yeah, you don't want to miss that one. That's gonna be one of our most fun, most memorable shows. I got a feeling. Have a good night, everybody.
All right.
Bye.
Good night, everyone.